Second mic 2. 1, 2,
Sam?
test.
Sam? You good? Yeah. Okay, here we go. You ready? Ready? Okay, here we go. In 5, 4, 3.
And it's a beautiful night for soccer here in the port city of Wilmington, North Carolina. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Katz alongside Coach Chris Liebert, where tonight the Wilmington Hammerheads will look to get a result for the first time here on their home pitch against New York Red Bull 2. Coach, struggles continue for the Hammerheads. Had a couple of moves this week where we lost one of our players due to retirement, but all in all, catching up with some of the players during pregame here. Still some confidence that they are or could get a result tonight against New York Red Bull 2.
Yeah, the season goes on. You know, you're a pro. You got to keep playing. You're at your home crowd, your home stadium. You have not picked up full points, 3 points this season, a win at home. And the Hammerheads are it's a great organization. These players are players. They love the game. They're going to come out and fire up tonight and hope to get the full points.
This is the third time around for these two clubs matching up, both taking a result away on the other team's home turf. With that said, the Wilmington Hammerheads did lose a player this week, Nick Zimmerman, a veteran of the USL, a veteran of many leagues across the country. He's going to go coach soccer at the collegiate level this year. Talk about his veteran status and what the Hammerheads are losing in Nick.
Well, it's certainly stat-wise, I mean, you really don't have anything from any of these players right now. There's guys ready to go to step up. So sometimes when an open door in a position, guys want to step in. Now's their chance. Maybe some other people get some more time and be able to get their home side getting some points tonight.
Wilmington made a couple of moves, made a move a couple of weeks back and bringing in Cutis Lawal, the forward from Seattle, a goal scorer, has yet to find the back of the net for the Wilmington side. But with that said, couple of chances here and there, inches away from getting a couple of goals here. Last time they played on their home turf, what's it going to take for them to finally find the back of the net tonight?
Well, I don't feel that the points, the record that these Hammerheads have is evident of how they play. They're a good side. They've just been unlucky in some sorts. Balls hit the post at the wrong time, giving up an own goal with some time left, and they're not as bad as their record shows. It's the first time that the full conference, Eastern and Western, have been together. They're at the bottom of the table, but they've had some good and decent performances and results against some of the higher teams.
One of the veterans of this team, Paul Nicholson, recently played in his 100th match. What does that say for not only his stability for this side in Wilmington, but also just him as an individual and what that means, 100 matches in his pro career?
Well, it's wonderful to be in the same place for that long and to be able to join up with these fans. The fans love him. He's a great individual. His family comes over from England, stays for so long, and is a part of this Wilmington community. And he's a new father, so it's a Hammerhead baby born into the family. And that's what this community, that's what this United Soccer Leagues has been built on for so many years. And it's good roots. It's grassroots soccer at the professional level. And a player like Paul Nicholson, not only an ambassador to the game, but an ambassador to Wilmington and the Hammerheads.
We're moments away from kickoff. We'll take a quick break here at Legion Stadium, Wilmington, North Carolina, gearing up for tonight's match between the Wilmington Hammerheads and New York Red Bulls 2. We'll take a break alongside Coach Chris Liebert. I'm Joe Katz. We'll get back to our starting lineups in just a minute. Right here, this is Wilmington Hammerhead Soccer. Good evening once again, everybody, alongside Coach Chris Liebert. I'm Joe Katz, bringing you this evening's broadcast between Wilmington Hammerheads FC and New York Red Bulls 2. And welcome back to our starting lineup. Stadium. Here first for the visitors from New York in the goalkeeper position tonight, number 24, Santiago Castagna. In the back line tonight for New York Red Bull 2, number 44, Michael DeFont, number 51, Colin Heffron, number 3, Sean McLaws, and number 41, Conrad Plowa. In the midfield today for New York, number 93, Bolu Akinyode, number 88, Daniel Bedoya, and number 19, Leo Stoltz. In the forward positions tonight for the Red Bull, number 77, Franklin Castellanos, and number 29, Stefano Bonomo. And your starting lineup for the Wilmington Hammerheads, goalkeeper number 0, Andre Rawls. In the defense tonight, number 2, Tom Parrott, number 5, Troy Cole, number 12, Andre Campbell, and number 24, the rookie, Fran Martinez. In the midfield tonight for Coach Carson Porter will be number 6, Brian Ackley, number 8, Paul Nicholson, making his first home start of the season, number 16, the rookie, Stefan DeFrager, number 21, Will Heaney, and number 29, Christian Basagog. And the lone forward for Wilmington Hammerheads FC this evening, number 44, Cudis Lawal. As I bring in Coach Liebert, before we get to our national anthem from some of our local elementary school students here in the Wilmington, North Carolina area. Coach, New York comes in the 5th spot in the Eastern Conference table, so currently in the playoff picture, whereas the Wilmington Hammerheads struggling to put the ball in the back of the net. Could come away with a result tonight, some confidence from training. I like the mojo, I guess you can say, prior to the start of tonight's kick. We'll see how it all pans out.
Well, anytime that you're at home, you want to play in front of your crowd. You have to be able to pick up points. The Wilmington Hammerheads have not been able to do that this year.
We will pause briefly here for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight will be the Coddington Elementary School students singing our nation's anthem. The Wilmington Hammerheads, as I mentioned, still looking for that first result here on their home pitch at Legion Stadium. As you can see on the monitor, it is football season, the North American football season. So you will see the football lines now drawn for one of our local high schools who play their home games here at the stadium inside the Legion Sports Complex alongside Carolina Beach Road. Coach, as we get started tonight, we've got a couple of rookies getting the nod for Wilmington. One in the midfield, Stefan DeFrager. We'll catch up with him during our player spotlight at the half. Fran Martinez also continues to play solid in the back line alongside a couple of veterans, but you like to see these young guys now getting an opportunity to shine.
Well, scoring goals all year long have been a problem for these Wilmington Hammerheads, and it'll be nice to see that for this crowd. They're very faithful. The Wilmington Hammerhead organization has been around for many years here in the port city, and it's just great that that they still come to these games despite the record of these Hammerheads. So hopefully they'll be rewarded tonight. They have beaten these Red Bulls before on the road up in New York, so it'll be nice to get that win for these home fans here tonight.
The last time the club from New York, New Jersey came to this area, tough luck for the Wilmington side. They looked like they were all but ready for a 1 point to earn a draw. A late goal by New York ultimately gave them the result in 3 points here at Legion Stadium. We're moments away from kickoff. A perfect temperature tonight for a early August evening here in the southeast of the United States. 83 degrees, mostly cloudy right now. Some sun throughout the day. Earlier today looked like some storms were going to come by and maybe put a damper on tonight's match, but it turned out to be a beautiful night, as I mentioned. In the low 80s, going to drop once the sun sets into the upper 60s tonight. So a rather unusual for this time of year here in this area. Screen to start the first half in their traditional blue kits. As we continue play here on the near side, it's Cutest the Wall with some space here on the right edge. Kicks it back with the left foot, and it's deflected high, and it's going to be an early. Nope, the head official, Matthew Josatis, will rule it was a goal kick and said the Wall was the last player to get a piece, but that's something you like to see. That's why the Hammerheads organization brought Lawal in here, was to create some havoc up front in the forward position, and he's done a good job, just unable to find the back of the net so far, the former Seattle Sounder too.
Well, every game that we've done this season, Joe, the Hammerheads have gotten in almost within the first 30 seconds of every match, and it's the same here again tonight. So it's good that hopefully that these Hammers will be able to get inside and cause some problems behind the back defense line of the Red Bulls and find the back of the net. These the crowd favorites certainly need some.
Brian Ackley wearing the captain's sleeve tonight, getting the start, wearing number 6. Again, a couple of rookies out there to go alongside some veteran players, including Paul Nicholson, as we mentioned during our pregame show. Paul recently played in his 100th career match. We'll see if we can put things together here, the Wilmington side, in need of a result. And it looked like Tom Parrott took one right in the face from number 21, Marius Obakop. Tonight's officials, our head official just mentioned, Matthew Josatis, J. Benjamin Jackson, and Brian Bozard on the lines. And the fourth official, Matthew Becker. Andre Campbell with a little miss hit there. It'll be a throw-in for New York Red Bulls 2.
Yeah, that was a big shot Tom Parrott took there, and you're lucky to see the center referee not really come out with a card there early on. I believe that was a good shot of an elbow, so keep an eye on that situation the rest of the night.
It'll be Bonomo with the cross for New York, turned away by Stefan DeFrager. Red Bulls 2 still looking for possession. Nice touch from Fran Martinez up to, looks like, Christian Basagog, and he's moving quickly forward. Lawal and Basagog could create some issues in that final third for New York tonight, so keep an eye on that as Will Heaney pressures the Red Bulls midfielder. Now it's New York on the quick attack. The pass from number 93, Bolu Akinyode, just a little too far for Franklin Castellanos. It'll be Heaney off the head. And now open play, no foul. So we have a breakaway right now for Cutest Lawal with the cross and deflected away by number 51, Colin Heffron. You would have wished maybe Lawal took another extra touch there before he sent that cross in, because they had wide open turf right there and a man deep.
Yeah, Lawal has to close down the space between the defender there and get closer to make a smaller pass across. It's a bending ball that needs to be played on the floor, and DeFrager has a walk-in against the goalkeeper there in Castano, but that's a wasted opportunity.
DeFrager will throw one towards the far post, just a little too outside, out the stretch of Will Heaney, his target. So another missed opportunity there for Wilmington in the early moments of tonight's match. You have to like the spark that Lawal brings to the attacking side for Wilmington. Needs to take a better advantage, though, of those chances here as they come throughout tonight's match. And there is Basagog off the touch with some space here towards the far side on the left edge. Tries to force one in, but it will be yet another corner kick, the second of the night for Wilmington. And it will once again be Stefan DeFrager. Nope, he will leave for Tom Parrott. DeFrager, a rookie from Dartmouth College. Talked to him about adjusting to the program from the college level this season. Here for the Wilmington side, Tom Parrott. veteran defender will now throw into the near post. It catches Troy Cole, it looked, as he hustles back, but unable to put one on frame. 2 corner kicks early for the Wilmington side. Not much momentum yet so far through 5 minutes of play for New York Red Bulls 2.
Yeah, that's a much better service there by right back Tom Parrott. That's a quality service on a corner kick, and that's, Troy Cole's home base of where he needs to go and to get in there on those headers. He's a big boy. He gets up there, and that's you'll see some more of that tonight.
New York will look to put one just towards the side here on the far side as Andre Campbell quickly turns it back. Wilmington coming out with fresh legs, look to put one in early here as Red Bulls 2 finally able to get a little momentum and possession here through the first 5 minutes. Colin Heffron will play to nobody on the near side here as the crowd continues to file in here on the near side. It's unfortunate here on the screen where you see always the far side of the stands at Legion Stadium, because right here on the near side, probably double the size of the stands there to capacity tonight here on the near side. As Parrott wrestles with number 21, Marius Obeycop. It'll be a New York throw-in. Colin Heffron will play it back. Brian Ackley wins position and possession. Looking for Christian Bassagog. Like to see him. And Ackley takes down to the chagrin of the New York player. Hands all over the front of his chest. Ackley may have got away with one right there.
Well, I think Ackley's claiming that he was grabbed first and he was fixing his captain's armband there and might have a case. We don't have the replay up here in the booth tonight, but him showing his captain's band to the referee, he's trying to plead his case, saying, "Hey, I might be guilty of what I've just done, but it wasn't the first one."
Leo Stoltz will take the free kick. Will serve it in as he eyes his man, throws one towards Andre Rawls, and is turned away by Brian Ackley. New York Red Bulls 2 awarded with their first corner kick of the evening. We will go back to, it looks like, Leo Stoltz. The German from Munich will take first corner kick of the evening for the New York side. Nobody home on the far side as Bassagog gives it a run as he battles with Franklin Castellanos. DeFrager with a touch leads to a throw-in. It'll be Andre Campbell right near the VIP section here at Legion Stadium. We got a little mosey on over there before the opening kick tonight, Chris. And again, still, despite the struggles for this Wilmington team this year, the support has been here throughout the Port City. And it's once again the tricky hop on the turf. DeFrager stops once, gives it to the wall. The wall dribbling through, and you just could tell on this AstroTurf, this synthetic turf, that is not a natural bounce. Heffron now wrestling away, and it will be a throw-in as he tries to battle two Wilmington Hammerheads and Tom Parrott and Cutis Lawal. But a couple of unorthodox hops right there off the rubber turf tonight. It'll be Parrott with the throw-in as he finds Paul Nicholson and sends a quick low strike into the middle. Bassagog will play, holding as the New York defense stands strong, and another foul as Andre Campbell came in a little hard as the head official.
Yeah, that's a tough situation there. I mean, I think Campbell's going to wind up to take the shot and just clips a little bit of the Red Bulls defender coming through, but he's got a right to swing where he was, and a little unfortunate there on getting a call against him.
Up through the first 10 minutes, it has been Back and forth, but Wilmington definitely with the majority of possession and the majority of the spark thus far. We'll see if they can maintain. Whereas New York will look to find their legs here in the next 10 or so minutes. That's been the toughest part for Wilmington, where they have dominated parts of each and every match this season, just unable to come away with goals. And then a quick counter by the opposing squad takes a little wind out of the sails for the Hammerheads.
Yeah, you got to capitalize on your opportunities, and certainly we've seen tonight you have to capitalize on your chances to even get a shot on frame, and we haven't seen a true full shot on frame yet. So there's two parts of that. Yes, you're getting in, but you got to be dangerous with what you do with it. So
will be a goal kick as Colin Heffron gets taken down by DeFrager, but after his final touch. So good no call there. Andre Rawls once again in net for Wilmington tonight. Fran Martinez, the left-footed striker from Spain, will play to Cutis Lawal in the midfield. Quickly taken away, however, by Bolu Akinyode. And now New York on the counter. It's Marius Obekop. Off the side of the frame. And Wilmington weathers the first punch from New York tonight. Still unbelievable. I can't just don't fathom it being the second week of August here. And we have temperatures in the low 80s, dipping down into the low 70s tonight.
With a nice little breeze blowing, so it's certainly an absolute gorgeous night. Pitch perfect as far as conditions are concerned.
We will say there will be no water breaks midway through each of the halves this evening. Brian Ackley will play back to Andre Campbell.
That's a big, hard tackle by Fran Martinez coming in from one of the back four positions for the Hammerheads, and that's getting stuck in there by the 24 jersey for Wilmington.
Akinyode will play to Bedoya. Leo Stoltz to Castellanos. Nobody home on the run for New York. Rawls with the kick as Lawal fighting for a position with number 44, Michael DeFont. And Lawal definitely had the position there, ready for that first touch off the kick. It'll be Fran Martinez with the service now. From about 42 yards out. The one good thing about having these yard markers is now we have exact yard markage here for ourselves. So while it may cause some distractions for the players on the pitch, for us it gives us a little bit better vantage point. Martinez with the left foot goes to the far side looking for Ackley. Good run there by Ackley. He's unable to connect. As New York quickly looks to counter. Daniel Bedoya will leave to Castellanos. Campbell steps in front. Well played by Andre Campbell. He's tripped up there. An easy foul called by the far line judge. Look for Andre Campbell to run up that backside coming from the final third for Wilmington, as he's done so quite often now. You put Lawal up front alongside Basagog. Lots of speed up there.
Yeah, you'll see Campbell release several times from his left back position, get forward several times a game, and he's even getting to the point to where he gets in and gets either a shot off or services. So look for that also this evening here.
Will Heaney with the touch to Campbell. Ackley. Ball played to the rookie, Stefan DeFrager. Frager to Tom Parrott as they reverse field. So Wilmington continues with possession. Paul Nicholson will play back to Fran Martinez. Tough touch there by the rookie.
Yeah, big-time turnover there. That certainly does the coaching staff's head in, and not what you want to see out of your center back.
As Stefano Bonomo wins possession back for New York with another touch to his back line. As the Red Bulls, too, look to move forward. It'll be Campbell giving chase for Wilmington. See, wisely allows it to go out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Wilmington. Just over 15 minutes into tonight's match. 0-0 here at Legion Stadium, Wilmington, North Carolina. You're watching YouTube. Coach Chris Liebert, Joe Katz with tonight's call. It's USL Soccer here in Wilmington, North Carolina. New York Red Bulls 2 looking to stay irrelevant in the playoff picture in the Eastern Conference, where Wilmington still looking for that first result here on their home pitch this season. Daniel Bedoya will put a one-hopper in on net, smothered by Andre Rawls. No rebound attempt. Rawls unloads one towards the final third of the New York side. It's Will Heaney giving chase. Santiago Castagna coming off the end line. Take control inside the penalty area to set the counter up for New York. Franklin Castellanos. And the cross, another hop there. As you could just tell, it's just the ball bounces and bounces and bounces on this rubber turf. The new synthetic playing surface was installed just a couple of years ago to allow for more and more competitive matches on the city-owned facility. Of course, New Hanover High School football, soccer played here in the fall. We've got lacrosse, women's soccer, as the Wall now will make a run here on the right edge. Cutius the Wall will win the corner kick. So he matched up against Michael DeFont. The third corner kick for Wilmington here through the first 20 minutes of tonight's match. This time it'll be Will Heaney getting the chance from the near right side. Heaney lined up. He will go with the left foot. Goes to the far side. Basagog was in the area. Looks like it found a New York player, so it'll be Andre Campbell with the throw in here. Campbell throws into Brian Ackley. To Basagog. Will Heaney now. DeFrager with the goal. Stefan DeFrager, first home start of the year, puts one away, and the Wilmington Hammerheads have a 1-0 lead.
That's an absolute beauty of a strike there by DeFrager. He takes it out of the air, full volley outside of his right boot. Castano just has no chance with that. It's bending away, doesn't even make it but 6 inches off the ground, maybe a foot, and just a laser of a shot. What an absolute goal for these fans here, and hopefully some momentum for the rest of the night for these Wilmington Hammerheads, who are desperately in need of a home win.
Goal! Stop shaking your head, Coach. We needed a goal. We got one in the first 20 minutes. We're finally put away an opportunity there. The rookie gets the start, making the most of it right now.
Yeah, it's a great goal, just to be able to watch that, and good for these fans. It's an absolute laser of a strike, and that's good for that young man.
1-0 in favor of the Wilmington Hammerheads, and you can just see the pep in their step after a goal like that. Lots of confidence now for this club, as they were just in search of finding some type of momentum. They have been in search of some type of momentum to give the home crowd something to cheer about. But still plenty of time to go. And while Wilmington takes the 1-0 advantage, I don't want to be the pessimist here, but we still have a long way to go, and we need to not lay back on our heels, and we need to keep pushing forward with this momentum right now.
Yeah, that goal there, I mean, just absolute great technique. And, as soon as you know it's hit as a forward there, it comes off right, it feels right, it sounds right, and you just know it's in the back of the net there, and Hammerheads take a 1-0 lead.
And we queued it up perfectly as we'll catch up with the rookie midfielder at the break as part of our Wilmington Hammerhead FC player spotlight at the half. The rookie from Guilford, New Hampshire, Dartmouth College. So not only can he play on the field, he was putting together the radio board here while we were getting ready for tonight's match. That's how smart he is.
He had Ivy leaves hanging out of his socks.
Well-spoken young man, getting his first taste of professional soccer. His first start here in front of the home crowd, and he puts one in the back of the net. It's a 1-goal advantage for the Wilmington Hammerheads. Now it's Christian Bassagog winning the ball away. Crossing midfield. Bassagog. Andre Rawls, they have some numbers. Or Andre Campbell, excuse me. Campbell with the left foot and a save. Well played by Andre Campbell. Santiago Castagna in the right position at the right time. And Wilmington just inches away from taking a 2-goal advantage. You can just see they want to push forward at this point. As Bassagog did a great job winning that ball and getting a full head of steam.
That's a good save there by the Red Bulls goalkeeper, and does a good job to keep the deflection away from the oncoming traffic and gets down quickly. Great reaction save. That's a second goal save or go-ahead goal there for the Hammerheads. Big-time play there by the Red Bulls.
Play goes back and forth now. It's Daniel Bedoya matched up with Paul Nicholson. He leaves, and a little space now for Castellanos, and a save by Andre Rawls as Castellanos found a little crevice in the Wilmington defense, put one on net. Andre Rawls in perfect position for the save.
Yeah, an excellent job of getting into the box and being able to keep the ball through the defense and get a shot off, and that's a big-time save there on that end by Rawls.
So just as quick as Wilmington started pushing forward, it was New York on the counter as the Wall wins possession. Michael DeFont was just all over the Wilmington forward. Really don't understand how there was not a whistle there and a foul called, as the Wall has definitely shown his presence here through the first half. Pressuring that back line, pressuring Michael DeFont as New York creeps towards midfield. It's Leo Stoltz looking for Sean McClaws. McClaws at the throw-in, going to the far side of the field. Andre Campbell looking to defend. And it's Fran Martinez who steps in front.
The Wilmington Hammerheads would like to thank tonight's premier tent caterer, Charlie Sub Hot Dogs, for joining us at tonight's match. The Hammerheads would also like to extend a special welcome and thank you to Cottington Elementary, UNCW Athletics, Hammerheads Youth and Outreach, Mustard Seed Ministry, Gateway Academy, Enterprise, and the Cape Fear Hash House Harriers for joining us at tonight's match.
New York gaining a little possession here over the last few minutes. Fran Martinez continues to fight win the ball back for Wilmington. And the cross, nobody there for New York. It'll be DeFrager with his first touch following the goal. Sends one down the near side. Looking for Lawal. Just content with getting it out of the final third for Wilmington. As it's New York on the push, Daniel Bedoya. To Castellanos with the left-footed strike, leaping in the air, Andre Rawls. With a great save. That ball may have, or may have not, went over that crossbar, but you want to be safe there. Rawls off his end line, fully extended with the two-handed grab.
Yeah, Rawls doing a good job to hang on to that one. You'll see most goalkeepers deflect that one and almost embellish it a little bit, but that's a good job to hang on and not give up a corner kick in that situation. Good shot there taken by the Red Bulls. Well defended by Rawls.
Daniel Bedoya, as Rawls will back up and realize he has some space. Entering the 26th minute here, the first half. 1-0 in favor of the Wilmington side, off of a goal from Stefan DeFrager. Didn't get a chance to see the replay, but we would say the assist possibly from Tom Parrott on the corner kick attempt, as the ball kind of just played through. Looked like Heaney and DeFrager were very close to each other. Heaney gave way to DeFrager, who put that right-footed strike in and gave the Hammerheads the first goal of tonight.
We'll wait to see which Red Bulls player is down here, as both teams take an opportunity to head over to the benches. Here's your water timeout. Not the official one called when the heat index is up, but perfect time there as an injury is down on the field. So
that was Franklin Castellanos down. He's going to hobble off. Looks to be okay. Off on his own accord. But it looks like they will go with a substitution. So yes, Castellanos will retire for the evening. So tough luck for New York Red Bulls, too, as Castellanos was able to put a shot on net just moments ago. He will be replaced by number 17, Manolo Sanchez. So Sanchez will take over for Castellanos as one of three forwards in the starting lineup tonight for New York. Colin Heffron for New York, crossing over midfield. Will give to 21, Marius Obekop. And they will play back to their goalkeeper, Santiago Castagna. Not much form to New York's attack here. Looks like they just want to lure the Hammerheads kind of to sleep and try to get one past their final third, but now with a full head of steam, it's Basagog who sends one just too far for Lawal. Continues play, has Castagna on his heels, but he's able to scoop it up with DeFrager just a few steps away. A nifty little play there by Lawal. Basagog just a little too aggressive there with that final touch.
Yeah, it's the right idea there. You got DeFrager coming into the box there, a little back heel. You almost, if he's able to get that touch, he can turn and play a good ball there, but certainly an opportunity to.
Now it's Sanchez with the cross there. Dangerous with a couple of unmarked men for New York inside the penalty area. Colin Heffron. The left-footed strike is just over the crossbar from the Manolo Sanchez, who just entered the match. And here is Sanchez now. It's almost like, why wasn't he in to start, as he has made an immediate impact here, replacing Franklin Castellanos, where Castellanos also has played well so far. So that position, New York Red Bulls 2 getting a little punch from Castellanos and Sanchez.
Yeah, that's a great exhibition of talent there to keep the ball, get a few touches, juggle, and then take a shot and just over the crossbar there. Covered almost to the point by Rawls, but you never can tell unless you're in that situation, but certainly a shot to make sure you cover.
Parrott giving chase. It's going to be 21 for New York. Puts it in the back of the net, and we are tied. Marius Obeycop. Parrott just unable to catch up with Obeycop, and it's an easy goal, and we're leveled at 1. We see the wall and number 44, Michael DeFont, getting into it over here towards midfield. Unfortunate play there for Wilmington as Tom Parrott just caught cheating a little forward. And Obeycop made him pay, and now it's Cutis Lawal getting a yellow card for his antics following the goal. So just as quick as Wilmington thought they may have had something going, New York with the counter, the equalizer, and we're tied a half hour into tonight's contest. Coach, what'd you see there? I know we can't see the replay, but it just looked like Parrott was caught forward, and Obeycop gave a burst of speed, and Tom Parrott, the veteran, just had no chance of catching up to the speedy Obeycop.
Yeah, forward does a good job to win the ball there. I don't know if it's truly was deflected, and Parrott was going for the first ball, and then it gets deflected behind him. It was weird to see. I don't think Tom actually thought that he was going to win. He was going to win the first ball, and then it got deflected some way. But good job and a great quality finish there by Obeycop.
Now things getting a little chippy here between each side. You would like to see the fire there from Wilmington for sure. As Heffron will play back. Number 44, Michael DeFont, who was in that little mix-up with Lawal following the goal. Now to the far side. It'll be a throw-in for the Hammerheads' Andre Campbell. Campbell and Martinez play a give and go, and now it's Lawal looking for some space. DeFont off his chest. Wilmington will continue to move forward quickly here. Christian Bassagog with a strong first touch gives way to New York. DeFont with the right-footed blast towards midfield. Fernandez wrestling for position. Able to get 2 touches there and a foul called. So an exciting back and forth match here in the first half.
These Hammerheads have jumped out on top several times this year at Legion Stadium, but unable to keep a lead. The last game that we saw here, that Hammerheads giving up a goal right in the 45th minute of the first half. That was just the dagger that ended up being a 3-1 result in the wrong direction, but unable to hold on to leads this year.
So it's 1-1 as we approach the 34th minute. Now it seems that it's New York with the surge following their goal from Obeycop. And it's Obeycop once again matched up with Parrott. Dribbles right around side, and an opportunity there for number 29, Stefano Bonomo. Just unable to get a full foot on that ball. Or else that would have been an easy... That's a ball that should be put in the back of the net.
Yeah, Obeycop does an unbelievable job to turn the corner again. You place that ball back in between the 6 and the 12-yard spot, and that's certainly an opportunity that needs to be finished there for the Red Bulls to go 2-1. But great exhibition of soccer there by the goal scorer this evening.
Now it's Bassagog giving to Lawal. Lawal outstretched with DeFont, takes it back. One more dribble, and DeFrager puts it in the back of the net. Stefan DeFrager off the assist from Cutis Lawal. Goal! Stefan DeFrager with his second of the night. Curtis Lawal, great couple of touches there. Takes it back, has Castaño on his heels, leaves for DeFrager, and it's 2-1 in favor of Wilmington.
Yeah, that's some unselfish play there by Lawal. He's beaten the goalkeeper. He could get the shot off, but he lays it across to DeFrager to just easily drill it into the back of the net. That is some unselfish play, and that's what puts these Wilmington Hammerheads up 2-1. That's an awesome, awesome goal there. An unselfish manner for these Hammerheads.
And while we had maybe I could have put that ball in the back of the net, you still have a rookie there. You're unsure what he's going to give, and he just calmly found the empty net and put it there for the second goal of the evening. So the wall finally paying dividends for this team. DeFrager getting his first start, making the most of it. It's 2-1 in favor of Wilmington right now. Have a feeling that this won't be the final goal of the night the way things are going right now.
Yeah, both these squads are battling hard there. You see a foul there by Will Heaney and just clipped him a little bit there.
Akinyode went down as now Heaney will have a chat with the referee.
Akinyode certainly didn't like that. He let Heaney knew that he didn't as he was going by there. It's certainly not one individual you want to make angry on this pitch tonight.
And really back to the goal, you have to start with Basagog, who's involved right here. It was his effort that led to the play for the wall. So it's been a total team effort so far. Ackley got a foot on that ball, but it's a foul called at midfield. Yeah, it was the hustle from Basagog that really started that goal-scoring opportunity and play for Wilmington. And obviously the beautiful play by Lawal to leave to DeFrager. As it's Paul Nicholson who plays out, and New York Red Bull will have the throw-in. Akinyode will leave to Heffron. It's New York now looking to counter with the counter punch here. Here in the final stages of this first half, an entertaining one for sure. Conrad Plovia will leave back to his keeper, Santiago Castaña. Michael DeFont looking for somewhere to go. Castaña will play, looked like for Sanchez there, aiming for Sanchez. He wins the throw-in against Andre Campbell. Akinyode with a nifty move there to get away from Brian Ackley and get some space. Akinyode looking for Obeycop. Obeycop now in the left edge of the penalty area. The cross. Nobody there as Campbell and Troy Cole were involved in the mix to turn it away, with Sanchez crashing towards the middle of that penalty area. So good job by the Wilmington defense, and now it's Basagog once again. Lawal stays on side. Basagog with some space. Dribbling, left-footed strike, and put one into the seats. Basagog may have been just a little bit better off if he decided to leave for the wall there, who had some room on that far end of the penalty area.
Yeah, Basagog's been crafty all year to get forward, and certainly Lawal there. But
now Sanchez throws one in. It's definitely been an up and down match. We'll see. Have a feeling that if the temperatures are a little hotter tonight, the heat index, the humidity was a little thicker. I don't know if this pace would be as rapid as it is right now, but it has definitely been back and forth for both of these sides through 40 minutes.
Well, it's certainly entertaining here at the stadium. Hopefully you're enjoying our broadcast and what you're seeing on the screen at your home or your device, however you're watching. So, but you're right, Joe. I don't think that this is the end of the goals for this evening.
At this time, the Hammerheads would like to thank their outstanding medical
It's Michael DeFont leaving for Heffron.
New Hanover Regional Medical Center, Ortho Wilmington, Graybar Chiropractic, Medac.
Reversing field now for New York.
Don't forget, you also have the opportunity to book your birthday party at a Hammerheads match. Space is limited. You can enjoy a pizza party
Akinyode
stadium with
will push forward to Heffron. Heffron
contact our sales staff
with Obeykop.
0777
Obeykop maxed up against Tom Parrott. Daniel Bedoya and Sanchez now in the mix. It's Heffron towards the end line, keeps it in play. Loose ball still, and DeFrager will clear. Michael DeFont will serve it up, and it finds Campbell and the foul as Campbell goes down hard. They will whistle for the training staff to come over. Like some tough contact right there. Campbell caught the raw end of that deal. Now on his back, and the Hammerhead faithful, of course, looking for some type of card, and they do eventually issue a caution, it looks.
your caution number 3.
So number 3, Sean McLaws, will be given the caution. So 2 yellow cards issued here in the first half, one for each side. As Campbell able to walk off on his own, getting some H2O as he tries to find his wits about him here after going down hard.
Yeah, Wilmington needs to hang on here and go into the locker room. As we talked about before, they've given up some leads going into the halftime break, so real important that they finish out this side to take a little momentum into the locker room and make any adjustments that they see and continue to push forward.
DeFont, Heffron, and Heaney at number 19 for New York. Leo Stoltz getting a little scuffle there. So
Yes.
Heaney getting under the skin a bit for a couple of these New York players here through this first half.
Yeah, Stoltz didn't like the little shot that he took by Heaney coming in just a little late. He chased him a little bit, gave him a nice little, almost a punch right in front of the referee. I think he saw it, but lucky to get away there without any punishment there by Jositis.
It's a missed tackle by Parrott. Cole able to clean up to Frager with a couple of nifty moves to Brian Ackley. So Ackley will play back to Paul Nicholson. Head up to Fran Martinez. Back to Nicholson. Now it's Will Heaney. Nicholson in the midfield, looking forward to Frager here on the near side. 2 touches to Tom Parrott. Now you see the spacing for Wilmington. The combination passing.
It's a good series of build-up passes here for Wilmington, doing a great job. One of them, the touch is coming from the 2-goal scorer tonight. DeFrager does a good job to pull the ball down out of the air, out of a 40-yard ball, 50 yards at the most, but does a good job to keep possession for the Hammerheads.
It's the Wall looking for position, but DeFont cleans up the loose ball. As we approach stoppage time here in the first half, 2-1 in favor of Wilmington, thanks to a pair of goals by Stefan DeFrager. And it's DeFrager leaving for Tom Parrott and Ackley. We'll play back to Troy Cole. All of the 11 players getting a touch here in this series for Wilmington. Cole will send one, looking for Heaney. Akinyode on the counter, crossing midfield. And Campbell will throw it back, keep it in play. And now it's New York looking to find some deficiencies in that final third for Wilmington. Andre Campbell, Fran Martinez, Troy Cole, Tom Parrott doing a good job here. And it's the Wall who just runs through the Red Bull defender. The Wall with the right-footed strike, and it's a goal! Cutest the Wall. Goal! Goal! It's 3-1 in favor of the Wilmington Hammerheads as the Wall put a shoulder down and just laid out the final defender for New York and buried it in the left edge of the frame. And it's 3-1 here in stoppage time. So many times this season where we've seen the opponent score late maybe in the first half to tie things up or gain some momentum. Now it's Wilmington able to find the back of the net in stoppage time, and they'll have a 2-goal advantage going into the final 45.
Yeah, Lawal does a great job to battle through that tackle. He almost, being right there on the American football lines. He picked up the first down at the 40-yard line, kept on trudging, and does a great job to shoot from about 25 yards out on a line drive there past Castagna. But what a great job there, 3-1. Certainly what these Hammerhead fans need. Hopefully they can hang on, but just what you need on the positive side going into the locker room where they've been on the negative side so often here at home.
So we get Lawal's first goal since joining the Wilmington club a couple of weeks back. A rookie with 2 scores tonight. And it's a 3-1 advantage. And it seems like the Hammerheads are not content with where they are, and Lawal nearly gets one of those hops to go his way, and DeFont able to recover in the last moment.
Yeah, that ball actually taking a bad hop there. He's in there for another attempt at it there.
Baycop, the lone goal scorer for New York so far. We'll play back to Menelo Sanchez, stolen away by Andre Campbell. And that will do it. The first half has come to a conclusion in favor of Wilmington. 2 goals here in the final portion of this first half puts the home side Hammerheads in front by a score of 3-1. We're here at Legion Stadium, sun setting in beautiful Wilmington, North Carolina. 2 goals by Stefan DeFrager and a late score by Cutest Lawal, his first tally of the year for Wilmington. And it is 3-1 at the half here at Legion Stadium. We'll take a quick break. We'll get to our player spotlight with Stefan DeFrager at the half. And we'll get you ready for the final 45 minutes of regulation here at Legion Stadium, Wilmington, North Carolina, alongside Coach Chris Liebert. I'm Joe Katz. We'll be right back. And welcome back, folks, to Legion Stadium. This is our halftime break and our player spotlight tonight for the Wilmington Hammerheads. First-year player, Stefan DeFrager. Stefan, welcome to the booth. And
Thank you.
Congratulations on your first playing full season, obviously, with the Wilmington Hammerheads Football Club. How have things gone so far from your standpoint individually this year?
Yeah, I mean it's been a good experience. There's a lot of older guys on the team, a lot of experienced guys. So it's been a great experience to learn from all of them and sort of guys that have been in the pros for 6 or 7 years now to get the feel from them and sort of the work rate and everything like that. So it's been good.
How has the move from the college ranks now at Dartmouth to the pro ranks here, where, like you said, training with some veteran guys, how has that helped you? What have been some of the differences that you're learning here through the course of the season?
Yeah, so I mean it's definitely much faster. I'm sure that's something everyone would tell you coming from the college ranks. Much faster. It's a little bit more physical. If you make a mistake in practice, you certainly get told so, and it's a good environment. It's much more professional, which I guess that's what it is. So,
well, the Wilmington Hammerheads, of course, noted struggling to put the ball in the back of the net, struggling to get a result. Despite that, getting lots of great fans out to the stadium each and every home match. Looking to get over that hump, I guess you can say. What are some differences maybe this week in training where you feel like you're going to get that result?
Yeah, I mean, we've had some tough results, a lot of 1-0 losses, and a lot of posts we've hit, and a lot of missed opportunities. And this week in practice, I think was probably one of our best. We were competing probably the most we have all season, and you can definitely feel there's a little bit more excitement, a little bit more energy this week in training. And I mean, we're very positive about this week. To get used to for sure. I'm sure, like you were saying before, it's people who've lived down here a long time still aren't used to it. But I mean, right now I feel much better than I did in the beginning of the year. So it's sort of getting used to it, I guess.
Well, as we wrap up our conversation here with Wilmington Hammerhead FC midfielder Stefan DeFrager, before we let you go, moving forward, obviously this game tonight against the New York Red Bull, and then a full month of the season really ahead of you. What's been the message from Coach Porter, a first-year coach as well? I'm sure everyone is kind of learning this process as you go through, including yourself as a rookie.
Yeah, I mean, right now we have 8 games left, and it's a new season for us. If we can string a couple results together, we could finish the season on a high note, and I think that's what our fans deserve. I mean, they come out every week in, week out, and we have a great fan base, and we'd really would like to help give that to them. So,
Stefan DeFrager, rookie midfielder for the Wilmington Hammerheads. Again, I'm Joe Katz. We'll take a quick break. We'll get back to the second half of action here at Legion Stadium in the port city of Wilmington, North Carolina. This is Wilmington Hammerhead FC Soccer exclusively on YouTube. Back live here at Legion Stadium, gearing up for the second half as the Wilmington Hammerheads take a 3-1 advantage into the final 45 minutes of regulation against New York Red Bulls 2. Alongside Coach Chris Liebert, I'm Joe Katz here on YouTube this evening. An exciting night thus far for the Wilmington side in search of their first result of the season here on their home pitch. Looking to put a little damper on the New York Red Bulls 2, who are right in the midst of a playoff push right now in the Eastern Conference table.
Yeah, it's good for these fans here to see 3 first-half goals and in hopes of their Hammerheads getting a honestly much-deserved win at home. And certainly getting one right before the half is important. They've also been on the wrong end of giving one up right before the half to deflate them. So hopefully they can use that as the momentum that they need to continue out and kill this game, pick up one more. But you let New York Red Bulls have one more, and then it's a battle all for the whole night.
We caught up with Wilmington Hammerhead FC rookie midfielder, Stefan DeFrager, and what do you know? We caught up with him during the halftime break, obviously, and what do you know? He puts in 2 first-half goals for the Wilmington side in his first start of the year here in the port city of Wilmington, North Carolina. What did you see from the rookie, able to put away 2 goals, also mixed in with some experience and veteran leadership in Curtis Lawal, who makes a nifty move at midfield? You mentioned that final goal. So the attack of Wilmington finally able to not only put some pressure on that final third of their opponents, but also finishing tonight as well.
Well, the first goal was just an absolute world-class goal. It really is. Anytime you take the ball out of the air with that amount of pace, and it just found the back of the net, it's spinning away, it's just off the ground. A goalkeeper can't see it. He's not going to touch it. That's a world-class goal. Second goal was a gift. A teammate, your front runner, forward does the job. He can take the shot, get all the glory, but lays one just on a platter for your second goal of the night. And it was good that he was rewarded, Lawal, with a third goal at the end. But lots going on in the stadium tonight, that's for sure, and it's good that the Wilmington Hammerheads are doing their job to get theirs in.
Yeah, a lot of excitement here in front of a great crowd here. Another thing that just talking in the half here on the other side of the press area, we're in our own little booth here, secluded from the
yeah, locked up tight, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're in our own little element on this side of the press area, of course, with the staff members for the Wilmington Hammerheads, the newspaper writers, the TV people, the producer in the far end of the press box. But you could just talk about the excitement in the press area just to the door to our left, and just talking about it's unbelievable. Despite the record, despite the struggles, despite the lack of goal scoring this year, that the Hammerheads fans continue to show out each and every home game, and they finally get something to see here that they can be proud of.
Well, the good thing is, I mean, this is pro soccer, and these individuals, these players, they need to not only do well as a team, but they got to fight for their jobs. I mean, they're on trial every single night. They want to be back. They want a better contract at some point, or they want to move up into the MLS. So it certainly is important, and that gives the energy for the remainder of the season, no matter what the record is. You see that a lot in higher leagues, that players just pack up for the season. They don't want to get hurt, what have you. But these guys are constantly fighting for position, no matter what their record is.
The Hammerheads will be moving right to left on your screen to start the second half of action. New York Red Bulls 2 did get a goal to tie things up following the first score of the night from DeFrager, as Marius Obekop put an easy 1v1 opportunity to equalize and level things up. But then it was DeFrager and Lawal connecting on two more goals in the final stages of the first half to really get the electric going throughout this fan base. As you can just hear it as we kind of open the press box window here for the second half, and you can feel the energy here tonight.
That's an understatement, Joe. It certainly is. And, again, these Hammerheads need to find one more to put this out of reach. You give up one, then it's in a battle for the full 90.
So we do have some substitutions here to start the second half, as Jamie Thomas takes over for number 44, Michael DeFont. So DeFont, the center back, gets burnt a couple of times tonight, and he's replaced by Jamie Thomas here to start the second half. We had Franklin Castellanos go down from injury. And it's Obekop here again with the left foot deflected, so New York will win the early corner kick here in this second half of action, as the lights here at Legion Stadium begin to illuminate the soccer pitch as the sun sets on a beautiful night here in Wilmington. Temperatures dropping as well. So as we continue the action here, New York, of course, the affiliate of New York Red Bull of the MLS. It's Obekop will send a cross in, and Rawls was there as number 17. Manolo Sanchez was on that far post, or the near post. He was unmarked back there, so if Rawls was unable to get a handle on that, that would have been an easy score to cut the deficit in half. Instead, Rawls on his toes keeps things at 3-1 right now. So just a few minutes into this second half is Wilmington looking to find their presence here with a 3-1 advantage. It's Paul Nicholson with the header. Heaney, Basagog will settle for the moment and cleared by New York. What I was saying just a moment ago is the fact that New York Red Bull, of course, New York Red Bull of MLS, the Wilmington Hammerheads, an affiliate of NYCFC. So obviously in the New York, New Jersey area, a heated rivalry that has begun this year with the expansion of NYCFC. So this could potentially in the future, if the contract continues with the affiliate for the Hammerheads, this could really turn into a true rivalry here between these two sides. Wilmington will hit the road for their next match on August 15th, and then return to Allegiant Stadium on the 22nd to face FC Montreal. As Nicholson navigates the midfield, leaving for Andre Campbell. Campbell to Brian Ackley with the captain's sleeve this evening. To the rookie Fran Martinez, the left-footed Spaniard. Was looking for Basagog. Little miscommunication there between those two players, the Cameroonian and the Spaniard. Also got to be tough there. The barrier, the language barrier. Talking on the field, able to communicate with each other. Understanding what your teammate is going to do and anticipate that. As the mix-up cost him a turnover there. As it's New York now at the midfield. Looking for Jamie Thomas, the substitute. Akinyode. And the offside flag is up as Marius Obeycott just a couple of steps past the final defender for Wilmington. Heading through the 50th minute of action, 3-1 in favor of the Wilmington Hammerheads.
Joe, one thing the Hammerheads don't need to do is take the foot off the pedal here. You got to not get just packed in and want to play defense. You got to keep on going. They're doing a great job of staying with their goals and their purposes of the evening. I haven't seen too much of a change. You want to just keep going at it. At some point, when you feel that you possibly have 2-goal lead to be able to take the air out of the game and kill it. But certainly they're doing a good job of moving forward and not just packing it in and holding on for what they have.
Akinyode with the touch as New York looks to push towards the final third of the Wilmington side. It's Obeycott. Rawls will come off the end line and grab things. Andre Rawls with a couple of saves this evening. So he's been on his toes. Can't fault him for that one goal tonight. As a breakdown in the back line led to the Obeycott goal for New York. The lone tally for the away side this evening as the foul given, awarded to New York as they quickly keep things back in place. Sanchez will throw a low cross into Obeycop. Tom Parrott all over Obeycop, and Rawls there off the deflection. Basagog looking for Lawal. Lawal taking on all defenders right now as Obeycop, or Akinyode, takes over, plays back to Castagna, the goalkeeper for Red Bulls 2. Long strides there by Akinyode. As he plays with the left foot, looking for Obeycop, unable to get a handle on that. And Wilmington will take over possession for the moment with the long throw in across the far side. It's Tom Parrott getting pushed away, shoved away by Bedomo. It's Daniel Bedoya now with the right foot, caught DeFrager, looked like. So yes, Wilmington has a 3-1 lead, but you could see that they're maybe content right now with this 2-goal advantage. Still lots of time to go here. You don't want to break down too much, as Red Bulls 2 going to obviously come out charging, and they do, and the header is wide. Good hustle play there by a couple of the New York Red Bulls 2.
Hammerheads dodge a bullet there, and lucky again. You know, a lot of people don't realize 2 goals sometimes you feel that you got the game in hand, and it can be one of the most dangerous, leads in all sports. But you're right, Joe. I mean, they got to be careful not to give up one here because there is a lot of time left.
Play extended there by Jamie Thomas. I was finally able to get the back of his number. Jamie Thomas kept things going there as he takes over possession. Thomas with some space here on the near side. Thomas will send the cross in off the chest of a Wilmington player, but it's Fran Martinez who will step in and leave for Lawal, and Lawal will play out of bounds.
And fans, this is your last chance to purchase an ice-cold Budweiser from our concession stands or our craft beer. Remember, concession stands and beer carts.
So it's the last chance to get yourself an adult beverage here as we approach the 55th minute, 56th minute, I guess 60th minute. They cut off the adult bevies here at the stadium.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, the 3-1 lead, as the wall goes down with some cramping, and he's going to grabbing his hamstring, and you don't like to see that. Not a humid night, so you hope that it's not serious here as he walks off. And it looks like we'll have the substitution for Curtis Lawal. It'll be Mark Gottleman replacing Lawal. So that definitely changes the dynamic for the Wilmington attack moving forward, as Lawal has definitely caused or been a nuisance to the final third of New York tonight. As play is whistled back in. '57th minute of action now. 3-1 still in favor of Wilmington. Kind of a choppy start to the second half. Not much momentum from either side, which plays into the Wilmington favor, of course, because of the 3-1 advantage. Starting to get into their bench now with Gottleman replacing Lawal. DeFrager will keep it in play for Wilmington. It's Christian Bassagog. A little combo touch with Gottleman. Now it's back to Bassagog on the left edge of the penalty area. Bassagog to Haney off the volley, and the one-timer topped over off the left foot. But a good combo passing there from Wilmington, and just unfortunate that Haney wasn't able to get a full boot on it.
Yeah, you want to see Heaney take a touch there and be able to get a good forward touch towards the goal and then strike it with momentum there. Sometimes when the ball's bouncing all over the place and you hit it one time, it continues in the direction that it was coming from, and that's what we saw there from Heaney. Just didn't quite get all of it.
As Nicholson looks to Bassagog with some space here, Bassagog turns back. Christian Bassagog all over him. It'll be awarded a penalty kick as Bassagog took on his defender, won the battle there, and it looked like he all but was going to put one in the back of the net, and now New York kind of in the face of the head official to go along with some of the Wilmington players, because there's a man down here on the far side of the field, and Nicholson moved forward, and it's tough to decide on what you want to do there. Obviously, the traditional thing is to play the ball out and allow the injured player to regroup, but a full head of steam there, and it's a tough play right there.
Yeah, sometimes you don't hear or see when the build-up's playing, and you just go forward, and it's not deliberate. You're just moving at full speed. You get in the zone, and you can't hear what's going on to kick it out. So, series of yellow cards there. We'll see Brian Ackley here try to put his Wilmington Hammerheads up 4-1 here with a penalty kick. And Hammerheads have had the second game in a row that they've gotten a penalty. Connected last week for the only lone goal, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, and the crowd went nuts here. And certainly knowing that a 4-1 lead and this fourth goal here will hopefully do it for these Hammers and pick up their first points at home.
So
Full points.
Stefano Bonomo hobbles off the field. New York Red Bulls 2 will go back to the bench here. Looks like we'll also see Sonny Jane for the Wilmington side check in here in moments. We'll see what happens as far as substitutions in the next few minutes. But it'll be Brian Ackley eyeing up this penalty kick. So we get the substitution in for New York. It'll be number 45, Chris Sunise, and the easy goal put in by Brian Ackley, and it's a score of 4-1 now in favor of the Hammerheads. Easy goal there for Ackley.
Yeah, a little hesitation step there, sees where the goalkeeper is and just plays it with pace. If a fan wasn't quite looking, he'll think that it came off of the post there, and it did. It came off the back post in the back of the goal. It was struck with such pace, comes back out. Great penalty, puts his Hammerheads, and they can feel it here. The blue smoke coming across the way with the Port City Firm, the official supporter group here. And you see Sonny Jane, you're right, coming on here. I do believe that he's replacing Bassagog. Did a great job to get his team in that position. Full pace, turns around, cuts his defender, and gets taken down for the penalty kick. Easy call by the referee, Joe Zaitis.
Can't say enough about the two players for Wilmington that are now off, and Christian Bassagog and Kudus Lawal, what they've done tonight to help set the stage for what has been an outbreak burst of goals for a Wilmington team. They came into tonight as the low goal-scoring side in all of the USL with just 12. So
you score a quarter of your goals in one game, you almost, you hope that where's it been, but you want to carry it in the rest of the season.
You definitely want to take something from this, and maybe that's all they needed. They just needed to see the ball literally go into the back of the goal to build some of that confidence. finally giving the home crowd something to cheer about here, at least at Legion.
Giving us something to cheer about up here in the box. It's been a long time since break the monotony of seeing these Hammerheads doing what they're supposed to do and just not being paid off for it.
So now you sit here with the 3-goal advantage, and you say to yourself, all right, we can pack it in, but we still need to stay clean defensively here, mark your man. Don't allow any momentum to build for this New York team that has to be deflated here midway through this second half. We'll have a free kick coming up for Red Bulls 2. And it's sent in a low cross, headed out by Fran Martinez. Mark Gottman will give chase. As Wilmington tries to reset the defense. But now it's New York here on the far edge. We're going to keep things in play as they do. It's Marius Obeycop leaving for number 88, Daniel Bedoya. Ackley gets in the middle, able to scuffle around, and Sonny Jane getting his first action here tonight. Sanchez throwing a right-footed bender into the 18-yard box. Instead it goes untouched. It'll be a throw-in for Wilmington as New York will go to their next substitution here. As it will be Bedoya coming off. And the new man on for New York, to get his number, as I did not see who came on. Like number 80. I do not have his name on the roster given to us tonight, so maybe on the score sheet. 80, Devin Williams got out on the official game day lineup. As Coach Liebert gets the official game day lineup, I get the outdated roster. I like it. That's why you do all that schmoozing on the other side of the press box before the game. You're on the field. I know what you do, Coach.
Get the more up-to-date, current, up-to-speed paperwork that you need to put on such a good telecast here, Joe.
I believe we're around the 66th minute. From my vantage point, I've got a goalpost in the way of the scoreboard. So just looks like we're approaching the 66th minute of action. As Nicholson throws a left-footed boot. Given to the speedy Sonny Jane. Plays it with the first touch off his head to Gottleman. Well played. Now it's Ackley in stride. Brian Ackley will play to Sonny Jane. Jane with the left foot in towards the middle of the area. Just DeFrager going for the hat trick, and he put it just high.
Yeah, he could have gotten a handball there. It was questionable. I think the referee looked at it, and you don't know if he looks at the scoreboard and says, "Nah, that's enough." But DeFrager certainly could pick a 5th goal on his own there and pick up the hat trick for the night. That's a great opportunity just over the top of the bar there.
I'm sure he would like to have that one back. But on the attacking side, Wilmington continues to push. As Jamie Thomas plays for New York Red Bulls 2. Leaves for Sean McClaws. One of 2 players with the caution tonight, McClaws. Time now on the side for Wilmington. Haven't been able to say that too often this year, at least here at Legion. Well, Wilmington just awaiting here now the clock to strike the 90th minute with the 4-1 lead. Jane will play to Ackley, taken away by Hefferon. And now played by Troy Cole. As it's Sonis. McLaws, tough touch there as Gottleman steps right in front. Jane to Will Heaney. Now it's Gottleman. Parrott tackles it away. Andre Campbell. It's tripped up and a foul called. Campbell on the left side of his foot there after getting tripped up. Fred Martinez will take the kick here. Nifty move there for New York. Quickly won back by Sonny Jane. Jane and Campbell playing quickly as Nicholson touches back to Troy Cole. DeFrager. Parrott. Turned over. Red Bulls 2 on the push now. Squeezed off by Nicholson and Ackley in the mix.
Yeah, a couple series of great plays there by the veteran Paul Nicholson. We mentioned earlier, over 100 games played for the Wilmington Hammerheads, a good feat in itself for a pro soccer player, especially at the minor league level, and be able to stay with a team that long. And you see his craftiness and smoothness there, and just composure. Not only a smart individual, but talented as well, and certainly his smarts help out a lot in those situations. That's why he's in the center midfielder for the Wilmington Hammerheads.
And Nicholson was kind of a guy without a home here at the beginning of the season, kind of playing back in the center mid now today in his true position tonight.
Yeah, they started him in the first couple of games here in Wilmington at one of the center back positions, one of the back four, and that lasted about 4 or 5 games, I think, and finally being able to get up into his comfort zone and where he's best utilized, and he certainly continues to just be the catalyst for everything through the midfield tonight for Wilmington as well.
It's Sanchez for New York. So he takes over once again with plenty of space. Wilmington backed in. Akinyode will touch back. It's Jamie Thomas. McLaws tripped up, number 19, and the foul called as Leo Stoltz goes down. Will now take the free kick as Heaney continues to try to delay these service attempts, understanding that time is on his side and any second he can waste. He'll be happy to do so with the 4-1 lead. It'll be Stoltz. Puts one in and gets the head of the lead man up front for New York. But nothing doing. As it found number 41, Conrad Pluya.
Pluya making his way from the back, as you see many times if you have one of your defenders there on set pieces, corner kicks, set pieces within the attacking third. A lot of defenders come forward there, and you see Plua having an opportunity to get his head on the ball.
Gottleman will give to Heaney, now Sonny Jane. Jane with a nifty move, finds Heaney, but it was Devin Williams on the back end to win it back for New York. Jamie Thomas wearing number 33, substitution here in the second half. Thomas will take the throw in for Red Bulls 2. Devin Williams We'll look for Sanchez on the run here on the near side. Sanchez will take over as Campbell gives chase. The one cross, and Rawls comes out. Collision there in the 18-yard box, and Rawls with a sprawling save once again off the shot from Marius Obeykop, who kind of was at the right place at the right time to unload off the initial deflection from Rawls, and Rawls recovered great, was able to make the save.
That's just two great saves there by Rawls, and the second one just better than the first, but the shot taken does a great job again to keep on frame, and wow, I mean, what a world-class save there. Rawls will certainly want to watch that back and see where he was. I wish I was close enough to be able to see how high up in the air he was to block that, but great display of goalkeeping.
It's like another man down. It collided with Rawls there.
I think
Colin
that's
Heffron,
Yep,
is down. It was just a unfortunate collision there as Rawls came out. Tried to let that ball go out of play, and Heffron got tripped up there. Rawls laid out.
And we've got another birthday in the Hammerheads house tonight. Allison Payne turns 17. Happy birthday, Allison. Also, a very special happy birthday to Maddie Nord turning 14. Also, a very special happy birthday.
I think he'll be off for the night.
And happy birthday to Emily Shrewsbury, 8 years old. Happy birthday, Emily.
So Heffron hobbling off. So New York with 10 for the moment. You can see their assistants waving over a couple of their bench players who've been stretching out on the far side, coming and substitute in for Heffron. This play continues. Andre Campbell, 75th minute to Sonny Jane across midfield. Devin Williams will take over off the turnover for New York. Right back to Sonny Jane. Jane looking for DeFrager on the far side. A little hopeful there. It's turned away by Conrad Ploya as Ploya takes over. Nice touch right there to Leo Stoltz. Now it's Martinez. He's able to take over at the 18-yard line. Heaney, DeFrager, and Gottleman all in the mix here for Wilmington. Martinez with plenty of space here. Sonny Jane. Andre Campbell. And it seems like New York just running out of gas here, and Wilmington is taking control of this match here with the 4-1 lead. It'll be Troy Cole with a full head of steam moving forward.
Substitution number 56, Alexander Clay.
So 56, Alexander Clay will take over for Colin Heffron. And now it's looked like Wilmington wants his 5th goal badly here, it seems like, as Jane moving forward, but we still have a Hammerhead player down who's offside. So he now finally gets to his feet.
I think that's Tom Parrott. Made it all the way from the defense for the Hammerheads to get on through. Troy Cole doing a good job to shield the ball out there, and Hammerheads in no rush to get this ball back into play, and certainly a well-earned night for them. If you're going to pick up your first win at home, you do it in this capacity. Will Heaney's going to end his night, Joe.
So Heaney is off.
I think that's Aaron Wheeler, the number 9 jersey for Wilmington.
Oh, the 4-1 edge right here. Heading into next week's match at Rochester. Of course, the Rhinos, one of the top clubs in the league this year. They came here and put 3 unanswered goals on the board and really took the breath out of this crowd a couple of weeks back.
You know, the one thing for the Wilmington Hammerheads, as much as the season has gone on, you know, you enjoy this for tonight. You know, you pick up a win at home, you forget all of everything. Yeah, you got to come back to work on Monday, but enjoy this one here, and it sure does feel good, and it's almost as if the other part of the season doesn't happen. So certainly for these guys to enjoy this, and hopefully they can get on. Two becomes a streak, Joe, if you pick up 2 in a row, or you got to get 3 there for a good old streak.
Well, you win one today, you win one tomorrow. That's called a winning streak.
What if you don't play tomorrow?
Well, then you just buckle it back up and you try to get things refocused and re-energized for the task at hand next time you're able to take the pitch. So Wilmington returning to Legion Stadium for our next broadcast against FC Montreal on Saturday, August 22nd. It'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff Eastern Time. And the header is in the back of the net for New York. And just like that, a quick strike for the New York Red Bulls 2. And the score is now 4-2. Great header right there from number 45, Chris Sonis. And it was actually Sonis who scored late in the match last time these two sides met to get the result for New York Red Bulls 2. And this time around, not the same importance, that goal, but nonetheless, it's a 4-2 advantage now in favor of Wilmington with just about 10 minutes to go tonight.
Well, certainly no shortage of goals for these Hammerhead fans and also our watchers and our viewers this evening. I know certainly the Red Bulls want to pick one up. I know Wilmington could be happy with no more goals scored on either side tonight and finish this one out.
If I'm Wilmington, I'm looking to be very methodical here in these last 10 minutes. Secure your man in the final third. As Sonis kind of just snuck past a couple of players there, a couple of Wilmington defenders, and able to get ahead on a great ball thrown into the 18-yard line.
Yeah, you want to be able to manage this game now at this point. You want to, put everything forward. You don't want to put your team in any situations, and you almost want to dump things into the corner and defend from those sides and, not put yourself under anymore. But it's important to be aware of everything that's around you and kill the clock and take time to get into free kicks like this and just not be in a rush for anything.
So if things stand the way they are here over the next 9 or 10 minutes, the Hammerheads would pick up their third result of the year, moving them to 3-12-6 on the season. Red Bulls 2 would fall to 9-8-5 where we stand. And New York, with that said, out of control right there on the far sideline. This looks like that's DeFrager who went down.
Yeah, medical staff quickly coming on there and bending down in as, almost as if you see possible blood when people react that quickly there, but
there's no need for that right now. as the New York player quickly to his feet. And the Wilmington player also now, at least on his knees.
I think that's Tom Parrott down again for Wilmington.
So Parrott taking a bit of a beating tonight. Yeah, it definitely is Parrott down, but
yeah, I didn't see who the foul's on, but I know that he didn't even go over and check on, Tom. But, it is what it is, and full-on battle. There it is, a straight red card. And I don't know if he picked up his second. I don't know if he picked up a second yellow, but that.
A straight red to Ploya as he will exit the building.
Yeah.
And just as we mentioned, just a little out of control there, jumping over the back of Parrott, and obviously too dangerous here, given the status of the match here and the stage of the match here in the final 8 or so minutes.
Yep. Early shower there, uncalled for.
So Conrad Ploya is sent off. Parrott kind of trying to recover and get the wits about him back, as Wheeler will now play as things continue here on the far sideline for Wilmington with the 4-2 lead.
Parrott being able to come back in, which is a good sign there. Again, when you see medical staff and people rush to, a quick injury there, it's good to see him come back on unharmed.
Nearing the 85th minute of action, and you get the big penalty kick there early in the second half, and Brian Ackley puts it away. Just kind of what Wilmington needed. 3-1 advantage. You say, well, anything could go here early part of the second period, and now Ackley puts it away. And all but sends New York Red Bulls 2 home after a tough week, getting a 2-2 draw with Charlotte Independence, and that's just on Wednesday, so quick turnaround for this club. May have played a factor in their stamina and conditioning through this week. The latter part of the season, playing 2 games within a few day span.
And correction earlier, number 31, New York Red Bulls ejection, Conrad Ploya.
We had that from the first stop. Coach, we had Ploya with the red immediately as the PA announcer makes the correction. We were on it even without the video monitor.
That's it, man.
Well, here's a chance here for New York. All hope not lost just yet as they get an interesting opportunity here from 20 or so yards out, just over the right edge of the penalty area. So we'll see how this pans out for Wilmington as Rawls looks to man his as 21. Marius Obeycop puts it right in to the hands of Rawls. Rawls did not have to move. Easy save there. As Rawls now sends one across midfield, and the dangerous chance right there for New York. You have 5-6 minutes to play, but you get one there, and then all of a sudden it turns into a bit of a frenzy in the final few minutes. Of course, with 10 players, however, so Akinyode will look for number 56.
That's Alex Clay in the midfield for the Red Bulls 2. It's not the ball that you want to see played back in the waning moments here. You want to turn that, and Kottleman will hear it from his coaching staff on playing that ball. You just want to put every ball high and up and away and in the parking lots and over scoreboards and over as many things as you can to try to kill this clock and get out of here with your first home points, full points.
Just kind of had that feeling coming into the stadium tonight. The grills were going. The tailgate was going. You knew things might turn around tonight just from the environment in the parking lot. And if you've ever been to Wilmington, North Carolina, we do it right. With that scene, as it's Sonny Jane with the left foot,
Ooh,
just wide left of the post. But the tailgates were going, the grills were going. There was some electricity. There was a crowd filing in, a line coming through the entrance of Legion, right near kickoff, still winding down, and it turned out to be a great night for soccer for the Wilmington Hammerheads.
There's a little scuffle here just in front of the Red Bulls bench, and
a lot of frustration there for New York, of course.
there's a yellow card caution issued. I can't see from this distance here. It looks as if it's
like
going
it
to be
was
Ackley for stepping in. He might have put his hands up on somebody. If anything, it should be, I don't know if Paul Nicholson had gotten in, but Ackley stepped in. I don't know why. I'd have to find out why he picked up the yellow card there and not Nicholson, but these are the type of games that referees just want to end it, and sometimes they don't attach the amount that is quite needed in the game, but
New York caution number 45, Chris Sonas.
So entering stoppage time now as the official clock will be kept on the field. 4-2 in favor of the Wilmington Hammerheads, so all but done. The Hammerheads will record their first result as we get to our final attendance tonight, and we had a crowd at Legion Stadium over 3,800 tonight.
yeah, they definitely got their money's worth too, and anyone who was able to support this team and maybe didn't come because of their record, it's always exciting. No matter what the score, no matter what the record is, it's bring the family out, tune in if you're not here, but get to the stadium and cheer on your home team here. And certainly a great display of soccer tonight on a wonderful night, a gift in August as far as weather-wise is concerned in the hot and humid southeast, so certainly enjoyable. I enjoyed it, always with you, partner, and be back together here for the Montreal game in a week or so.
On the 22nd. First, the Hammerheads will have the tall task of taking on the Rochester Rhinos next week in upstate New York. As we head through the final few minutes of tonight's match, wrapping it up, Coach, so maybe some final thoughts on what you saw from a Wilmington team tonight that was a little different maybe compared to weeks past.
Well, I think if you give a man of the match, I mean, you certainly have to, give it to DeFrager for being 2 goals, but you can't underestimate or unreward Bassagog and Lawal. I mean, Lawal just did a unbelievable job up top. Yes, the first goal is world class and basically done on his own by DeFrager, but Lawal earned the second one, gave up a great assist there, and Bassagog is as dangerous as can be getting around. So a complete effort other than one little mishap or 2 mishaps actually for Wilmington. I thought it was a good, solid effort from start to finish, which we haven't seen all year. We've seen the team jump out to a start and not end the game, and Carson Porter, you see him take a deep breath tonight, and he well-deserved. He's had a lot of pressure on him, and I feel his team has been unfortunate in some situations. They're not as resulting as their results, and certainly a well-deserved win for him and his squad, and hopefully they enjoy it tonight and come back and put 2 together and put 2 in a row.
It'll be 3 points in the Eastern Conference standings for the Wilmington Hammerheads. Have a chance to move up a couple of spots from the bottom of the table. New York Red Bulls 2 now hovering around that final 6th and final playoff spot, so they will look to rebound next week. They'll be without one of their defensemen, with Ploya receiving the red card, so he will be suspended for a game. There's still a lot of soccer to play here. 7 games to go, 8 games to go, I believe, for this Wilmington side. Not all is lost, and that'll do it. Final whistle, final score from Legion Stadium. Wilmington Hammerheads FC 4, New York Red Bulls 2. It's the first result on the positive side for this Wilmington team on their home pitch this season.
Nothing's lost, and mathematically you're not out of it. If you win the rest of your games and somehow get into the playoffs, you make that final 6 of the conference, and you start with 1. It was great. Lots of goals. It's what you want to see for watching soccer, and certainly great enthusiasm through the stadium, through not only the Hammerheads but the fans. And as the PA announcer said, 3,800. I think it's the largest crowd of the season thus far here at Legion Stadium in Wilmington, and well-deserved for the Carolina Blue Wilmington Hammerheads.
Goals tonight for the Wilmington side scored 2 tallies for rookie midfielder Stefan DeFrager. A goal by Curtis Lawal, and the finishing touches off the penalty kick from Brian Ackley. Put this one in the books for a Wilmington team that was in desperate need of a result, especially here in front of a home crowd. And they brought the crowd to their feet several times tonight. Job well done for Coach Porter and the Hammerheads as they gear up for next week's match against a tough Rochester club.
Yeah, it's always tough to go up there, and certainly league leading, but they had some good play against them the last time. I do believe they picked up a tie against Rochester earlier in the season, and it's something to build upon tonight. Take it, enjoy it, go back to work on Monday, and see if you can't sneak one up in Rochester, and then come home against Montreal. So again, all not lost. You got to work every day, and it starts with tonight.
Well, that'll do it for us here in the booth at Legion Stadium in Wilmington, North Carolina. For our producers at Turbo Sports Group, all of our cameramen working tonight on top of the stadium, and alongside Coach Chris Liebert, I'm Joe Katz here in Wilmington, North Carolina at Legion Stadium. Your final score this evening, Wilmington Hammerheads FC 4, New York Red Bulls 2. Join us again for our next broadcast. It'll be Saturday, August 22nd, as the Hammerheads return home to take on FC Montreal. As always, you can catch all of the U.S. soccer matches this season on YouTube. Wilmington back in action next week at Rochester. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast tonight. 4-2 victory in favor of the Wilmington side. We'll talk to you next time. You have a great rest of the weekend.